It happens in the dead of night. The house is completely silent. The world outside has stopped moving, and you are deep in the heavy, vulnerable state of sleep. Suddenly, you feel it. A soft, deliberate press of a paw against your cheek. Maybe it grazes your nose or gently rests against your lips. Your first instinct, groggy and disoriented, is probably frustration. You might think your cat is just hungry, that their food bowl is showing a millimeter of empty space. You might assume they are bored, demanding attention, or simply being annoying at the worst possible hour. And so you gently, or perhaps not so gently, push that little paw away, turn over, and go back to sleep. But what if I told you that by pushing them away, you are abruptly shutting down one of the most profound, complex, and intimate attempts at communication your cat will ever make? That delicate physical contact is not a demand for kibble. It is a secret language. It is a deeply ingrained biological and emotional ritual, built on thousands of years of survival, trust, and a level of affection that is entirely unique to the feline world. When you bat that paw away, you are shattering a fragile moment of connection. To understand why your cat does this, we have to look past the domestic facade and peer into the wild, instinctual mind of the predator sleeping at the foot of your bed. We are going to decode this midnight behavior through 15 progressively profound revelations, moving from raw ancestral instincts to emotional truths that might just change the way you look at your cat forever. Number 1. The vulnerability check. To understand your cat, you first have to understand how they view sleep. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous thing an animal can do. It is a surrender of awareness. When you close your eyes and drift off, your cat notices. They see your face, your most vital, exposed area, completely unguarded. Your cat knows that you are effectively defenseless. By reaching out and touching your face, they are performing a vulnerability check. They are stepping into the role of a silent guardian. They are not trying to wake you up to annoy you. They are physically reassuring themselves that you are safe, and in a way, they are letting you know that they are standing watch while you are incapacitated. Number 2. Scent gland synchronization. We often think of cats marking their territory by rubbing their cheeks on furniture or scratching doorways. But the paw pads are home to highly specialized scent glands. When your cat places their paw over your nose or mouth, something incredibly intimate is happening on a microscopic level. The invisible pheromones hidden deep within their paw pads are being deliberately mixed with the warm moisture of your breath. This is not just a crude act of marking territory. It is a sophisticated blending of identities. By mixing their scent with the very air you exhale, your cat is claiming your essence. They are designating your face, your breath, and your life force as their ultimate safe zone. Number 3. Pulse reading. A cat's paws are marvels of biological engineering. They are packed with sensitive nerve endings designed to detect the faintest vibrations of a mouse scurrying through grass from yards away. When your cat rests that highly tuned instrument on your cheek or the side of your neck, they are actually feeling the rhythmic thumping of your pulse. They are reading your heart rate. For a creature whose own nervous system is constantly wired for sudden flight or fight, the slow, steady, rhythmic pulse of a sleeping human is a powerful biological sedative. They use the vibration of your heartbeat to calm their own mind, syncing their internal rhythm to the comforting, thumping metronome of your life. Number 4. Nighttime grooming and colony acceptance. In feral cat colonies, social bonds are forged and maintained through mutual grooming, particularly around the face and head, areas a cat cannot easily reach themselves. If a cat touches your face in the dark, they are often initiating a grooming ritual. Even if they do not use their tongue, the placement of the paw is the physical invitation to a shared social bond. It is their way of proving that you are not just a large, clumsy roommate who opens cans of food, but a recognized, accepted member of their inner colony. In the feline world, the face is a sacred space. Being granted access to it and offering access to theirs is the highest form of family validation. Number 5. Thermoregulation and shared warmth. It is no secret that cats seek out heat. Their resting body temperature is higher than ours, and they are constantly looking for ways to conserve energy. The human head releases a significant amount of body heat, making it a natural magnet for a chilly feline in the middle of the night. But if they just wanted heat, they could sleep on a radiator or curl up behind your knees. Choosing to place a paw on your face is about shared warmth, not just a selfish transaction. It is a mutual exchange. They are absorbing your heat, yes, but they are also offering their own physical presence as a comforting weight. It is the domestic equivalent of huddling together in a cold den to survive the night. Number 6. Cortisol detection. This is where the biology becomes truly fascinating. Cats have an olfactory system that is far superior to ours, capable of detecting chemical changes in our bodies. When you are having a nightmare, or when you are experiencing high levels of subconscious stress, your body releases cortisol. Your core temperature fluctuates slightly, and you might produce microsweats that you aren't even aware of. Your cat can smell this shift. They can feel the tension radiating from your skin. That paw on your face is an instinctual grounding technique. They are physically intervening in your stress response, offering a tactile anchor to pull you out of the turbulent waters of a bad dream and back into the safety of the present moment. Number 7. Closed-door anxiety relief. Think about how you communicate with your cat during the day. A huge portion of your interaction is visual. You make eye contact. You do the slow blink. You look at them when you speak. But when you go to sleep, you close your eyes. To a cat, the sudden loss of visual communication is jarring. It is the psychological equivalent of you suddenly slamming a door in their face. They can no longer read your intentions through your eyes. The physical touch of the paw is their ingenious workaround. It is a way of maintaining an unbroken line of communication when eye contact is impossible. They are reaching out in the dark to make sure the connection is still there, even when the visual door is firmly shut. Number 8. Ancestral vigilance. We often forget that the purring creature on our pillow shares the vast majority of its DNA with the apex predators of the African savanna. In the wild, big cats like lions and leopards rely heavily on tactile communication in the pitch black of night. When visibility drops to zero, they touch muzzles and exchange gentle physical contact to reinforce pack bonds and ensure everyone is accounted for. The domestic cat carries this ancient, wild reverence in their genes. When they touch your face in the dark, you are experiencing a primal ritual. It is an ancestral echo playing out in your bedroom, a behavior honed over millennia of surviving the dangerous, unpredictable night. Number 9. The safety loaf transition. A cat does not simply jump onto the bed and immediately smack you in the face. If you were to stay awake and watch, you would notice a meticulous process. First, they usually adopt the safety loaf position somewhere near your head. They tuck their paws in and silently evaluate the room. They listen to the house settling. They watch the shadows. They calculate the security of the environment. Only when they are absolutely certain that the perimeter is secure do they transition from the watchful loaf to the intimate touch. That paw on your cheek is the final step of a rigorous security clearance. It means they have deemed the environment safe enough to drop their guard and engage with you physically. Number 10. The breathing monitor. Have you ever noticed how a cat will sometimes hover their face just inches from yours, their paw gently resting on your chin or chest? They are actively monitoring your respiration. Because they view you as a massive, somewhat clumsy member of their family, they feel a sense of responsibility for your well-being. The slow, deep breathing of human sleep is vastly different from the rapid, shallow breathing of a cat. Sometimes, they just need to check if the large companion they rely on is still functioning. By placing a paw near your nose or mouth, they can feel the rhythmic exhale of air. It is a biological roll call. They are verifying that you are still alive, still breathing, and still there with them in the dark. Number 11. The ultimate trust test. Let's think about this from a purely physiological standpoint. A cat's paw is incredibly fragile. It is made of delicate bones, sensitive ligaments, and soft tissue. Your mouth, on the other hand, is full of large, powerful teeth. For a predator, placing their most vital tool for hunting and escaping directly next to the jaws of a much larger animal goes against every single survival instinct they possess. It is a massive leap of faith. When your cat puts their paw on your lips, they are overriding millions of years of predator and prey programming. They are demonstrating a level of absolute trust that is hard to comprehend. They know you could bite down, but they trust with their entire being that you never would. Number 12, emotional mirroring. Our faces are incredibly expressive, even when we are unconscious. As we cycle through REM sleep, our facial muscles twitch, our brows furrow, and our lips move. We display micro-expressions of sadness, frustration, or physical pain that we aren't even conscious of. Your cat's paw pads are sensitive enough to read these microscopic muscular shifts. They are engaging in emotional mirroring. If they feel your brow tense with anxiety, they might apply a slightly firmer pressure with their paw. If they sense your facial muscles relaxing, their touch might soften. They are literally reading the emotional landscape of your face in the dark, acting as a silent, empathetic witness to your subconscious mind. Number 13, the whisker kiss. This is perhaps one of the most poetic aspects of feline behavior. When a cat touches your face, they almost always bring their own face close to yours. This deliberately positions their whiskers directly in the path of your breath stream. A cat's whiskers are not just hairs. They are highly complex sensory organs, like biological radar dishes, capable of detecting changes in air currents as subtle as a shifting breeze. By placing their paw on your cheek and hovering their whiskers in your breath, they are reading the microscopic currents of air you exhale. They are gathering complex data about your health, your emotional state, and your depth of sleep. It is a sensory kiss, a way of knowing you on a level that humans simply cannot perceive. Number 14, the night watch handover. There is a beautiful, unspoken philosophy in the relationship between a human and a cat. During the day, you are the provider. You control the environment, you provide the food, you open the doors, and you keep them safe from the loud, chaotic world outside. You are the protector in the light. But when the sun goes down and you lose consciousness, the dynamic shifts. The cat, a creature built for the shadows, takes over. The physical touch of the paw on your face is the feline equivalent of a military guard change. It is their way of saying, "You protected me during the day. You locked the doors and turned off the lights. Now rest. I have the watch." They assume the role of the vigilant guardian in the dark, watching over the one who watches over them. Number 15, the ultimate declaration of interspecies love. We throw the word love around very easily when it comes to our pets. But in the animal kingdom, affection is a currency that is spent very carefully. A cat does not give their trust freely. It is not a given. It is something that must be earned through patience, consistency, and profound mutual respect. When a creature that is hardwired for independence, a creature that retains all the lethal instincts of a wild hunter, chooses to spend its most vulnerable hours gently pressing its paw against your sleeping face, that is not just a habit. It is a hard-won privilege. It is the ultimate declaration of interspecies love. It is a bridge built between two entirely different worlds, resting quietly on your pillow. So, the next time you wake up at 3 in the morning to the soft, slightly scratchy pressure of a paw against your cheek, take a moment before you react. Fight the urge to groan, roll over, and push them away. Lie still. Breathe into that connection. Understand the complex, beautiful, and ancient ritual that is taking place in the quiet darkness of your room. Recognize the vulnerability, the trust, and the profound affection behind that simple touch. Because in a world that is often chaotic and disconnected, having a tiny apex predator choose your face as their ultimate place of safety is a rare and beautiful gift. But this midnight ritual is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the secret life of your cat. If you think their sleeping habits are fascinating, wait until you discover what they are actually doing when they stare blankly at a wall for hours on end. The truth about their vision and what they can see that we can't will completely change the way you feel about being alone in your house. But that is a mystery we will unravel next time.